Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the 5 most unlikely necessities you seriously need in your classroom. So these are either things that you have heard people mention before, saying, oh, I keep these in my classroom, and maybe you're thinking, yeah, but like you really don't need them. But let me tell you, you do. The first of those things is pencil top erasers. Now, I know that's a pretty typical item. It's actually on my class supply list. However, I feel like that's one of those things that parents are like, you have erasers on your pencils. You don't need extra erasers. That's just one thing that a lot of my students did not come in with. And by the end of the year, they all seriously needed them so badly. I had none left, so my answer was always, oh, just go get a new pencil. Go get a new pencil. I ended up wasting pencils just because kids needed erasers. So when you're on the lookout to purchase things for your classroom or needing ideas to put on your classroom supply list or even a wish list for your parents to donate, pencil top erasers, I'm telling you, you will need them. The next item is another that is actually on my classroom supply list. It is sandwich baggies, Ziploc bags, plastic bags, anything of the sort. Girls, sometimes boys wear earrings or any type of jewelry, and it will either break, fall out, they'll lose the back, or they're playing around with it, they don't want to wear it. You need a Ziploc baggie for that situation. Another thing kids love to do is pull out their teeth. Well, where do you put it? A Ziploc baggie. Because, well, by the time 4th grade comes around, we don't really celebrate losing teeth. I'm kind of like, ew, get it away from me. So, pull out the Ziploc baggie. Well, when else do you need a Ziploc baggie? When you are creating things sporadically throughout the day with little pieces that you cut out for phonics lessons or something, you need a Ziploc baggie. When you are doing an interactive notebook with your students or some kind of cut and paste activity and you run out of time, Ziploc baggie. Trust me, you will need them. There are 1,000,001 uses for them in the classroom, so make sure you add that to your supply list, your wish list, or the list that you are going to purchase things from this year. The next thing is snacks. Now, this one goes not only for you, but for your students as well. And let me explain. I've seen a lot of vlogs where teachers keep snacks in their desk drawer throughout their classroom, either for themselves or for their students. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need them. You need them. Oh my goodness. First of all, for you. If you're in my situation, you do not have an assistant, you do not have any breaks throughout the day because you have enrichment all on one day. So you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. One day I drank this huge cup of coffee. I decided I wanted to get back into drinking coffee, but typically I don't eat breakfast because I can't eat that early in the morning. Well, I had to like sit down in front of my kids and like I felt like I was going to pass out because I needed something to eat. So luckily my partner teachers had snacks and I texted them and they came right over and sent a kid with some snacks for me. That just goes to show you that you need to have snacks for yourself. So something that my team loves to keep in our classroom is trail mix, but not the typical kind. It's the big jar of it, and it has just the most amazing assortment of snacks in there, which is great because whenever you want a snack, maybe you keep Cheetos in your room, but you don't want Cheetos at that time, which is honestly a really bad idea because you don't want those Cheeto fingers. But if you have some type of trail mix, a mixture of snacks, then you are going to be able to pick and choose what you like. So it's the perfect snack, I'm telling you. It seriously is, and it's so filling. On top of that, you should keep some type of candy. Now, luckily, I did have a drawer full of candy that I would sometimes give out to my students for various reasons. And sometimes you just really need some chocolate. So you can go take from your candy stash and give yourself a piece of chocolate because you earned it. On the other hand, though, your students may sometimes need a snack. Now, I have learned during snack time, if a student comes up to you and says, "Oh, my mom didn't pack me a snack today and I really need to eat a snack or else I won't feel good." Some of them may be telling the truth. However, some of them may not. They see their friends eating snack and they really want some of those Doritos or some of that fruit roll up. Now, in some cases, they seriously are hungry. And typically, you'll be able to know if they really need that snack or not. I don't really like to give out snacks to kids who ask because our snack time is pretty close to our lunch time. So I'm like, well, if you've lasted this long, you can last until lunch and you'll have food. And if you don't do it secretly and kids see you handing out snacks, then all the other kids who don't have snacks are going to come ask you for a snack because children love snacks. So you have to handle that situation as you see fit. But the times that I like to have snacks, some kind of like pretzels or saltine crackers, something just really bland just to have, is when you have a child come into your classroom after gym class with an extremely pale face. When your child is the palest of the pale, and they're looking even paler today, and they're telling you they don't feel good, and you know that they're going to pass out unless they eat something, that is why I like to have snacks for my students in my classroom. So I can give them a couple crackers and make that horrible feeling go away. Because I know from personal experience exactly how that terrible feeling is when you're about to pass out. And even if you just get a little bite of a cracker, it just goes away because your body just needs that nutrition. So that's why I like to keep snacks in my classroom. Okay, the next thing you should keep in your classroom is medicine. For you, solely for you and only for you, unless your partner teacher needs some, only for the adults in this situation. And I strongly suggest, recommend, advise, do not take medicine in front of your kids. Just don't. I like to keep in my teacher bag medicine for literally every occasion. I just emptied out my teacher bag the other day, so my medicine is currently on the floor over there, and let me tell you what I have inside. I went through a variety of allergy medications this spring season because I was sick for a while there. If you saw my vlogs, I did not have my voice for a good month. Like, it was just drawn out, a bunch of different symptoms of, and it was just allergies or a head cold or something. But so I had to try to see what worked. So I had some Benadryl, I had some Sudafed, I had some knockoff Zyrtec, and I believe that is all the allergy medication. Oh, I also have had the nasal puff thing because I needed that for when my nose was stuffy. I had dry relief eye drops. Obviously your typical ibuprofen, whatever your personal preferences, Advil, Tylenol. I take Aleve for your headaches, Midol for your cramps. Goodness gracious. I didn't know where to go with that one. I had the worst cramps one day and I just couldn't even stand up in front of my kids. Like, I'm just in pain right now. So Midol, of course. Cough drops, emergency. These are all things I'm seeing on the floor. I think that's everything. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below. And now I look a little crazy with all of my medications, but they are put in my bag away from the kids in my safe place where the kids don't get to. So don't be worrying about that. But when you feel something coming on and you are a teacher, you guys who've been there before know what I'm talking about. You need to take medicine so that you can continue what you're doing, because the moment it hits you just right, you're just miserable and you don't want to continue. So, medicine of all different types to fix all of your symptoms. The final thing on my list of things you wouldn't think you truly need in your classroom is thank you notes. I cannot tell you how many times a student brought me a gift or just did something nice and I just wanted to write a thank you note and I did not have any with me. Or when the kids bring you holiday presents and you lose track of who gave you what and you wanted to give a thank you note to the family, but now there's too many things at once and you don't even know what to do. Now, obviously everyone's situation is different, but the families at my school are very generous and I want to show them my gratitude towards that. So thank you notes, even to your assistant or your class mom. I wish I had one that I could quick write out something on hand while she was in my classroom. Just things like that. Thank you notes are a must, and they are the reason that I decided to make this video. Another thing is, if you like to send positive notes home to your students, you can use a little thank you note to write that and put it in the envelope, and they feel really special because you put a little more effort into it. Those are my top 5 things you wouldn't think you most definitely need in the classroom. If you want me to make a video about my top 5 things that are typically found in the classroom that I highly suggest you have, thumbs up this video. If you have any other requests, please leave them down below. Any questions, leave them down below. I'm always answering comments. And don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from me in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.